Okay, so welcome to, let me get the day right, week 4, day 3. Week 4, day 3. Okay, so I made 2 promises about this week. One is we're going to figure out how to put users, how to make a relationship between users and our object. So users and potlucks, users and events, users and games, users and, I don't know, musical, like what are they called? EKP or something? Or musical, you know, user and EPK. I can't, got it close. Like you want an owner, right? Press kit or penalty kick or primary key. So that's one thing, and that starts at lesson 12 here. We didn't cover that, which is fine. We didn't cover that on Monday. I think we had a lot to do here. But we did get through this, getting those Supabase tables set up. Okay, so that's one thing we could talk about today. I'm going to let you vote on that. Other thing, we could talk more about classes. And if you want to just have a few questions about classes, that's fine too. I know Ty, you mentioned you wanted to know a little bit about what I was doing over here. Um, that. And then um tomorrow I'm gonna um I want you to uh, kind of get through this classes thing here. And we're gonna learn about a thing called TypeScript. And it looks weird, but it's really not. It's just a little bit of extra syntax. It's almost just like an extension of JavaScript. And it works really nicely with classes. And in the future, in Supabase, yeah, you may have had it in some kind of error as well. Um, Supabase had an error. We had to actually their JavaScript is actually in TypeScript. So why doesn't it give me my dashboard? So that you actually had to install some TypeScript uh in order to make it work. We did like an npm install. I think it was like TSX or something. So there was an error in level 2. Yeah, because their JavaScript is actually written in TypeScript. So it has to be compiled or changed around a little bit. They're basically the same. Well,
I ended
um,
up into the forge.
was that?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I thought I was
Oh,
muted.
oh, you thought you were muted. I guess you are still not muted. Oh, I wanted to show you the TypeScript here. So this is the neat thing here. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, you gotta hunt for it. It gives you types here. So Supabase uses um, types. And so if you download that, it gives you, let's actually look at it. Why not? It says something.ts. Let me, let's go to CD, go to downloads, and, um, oh, well, okay. Let's see. Well, I know. I'll use BBEdit to open it. So the .ts thing, I think that's like a DVD a file extension, so it thinks it's a DVD. It is not a DVD. Here. And then it gives you this, which has our types. And it looks really weird, right? Especially, let me find one of my tables. I'm just gonna kind of intro it a little bit for you. This is something that we're gonna learn later. Obviously, this is computer generated, so it's not a human wouldn't generate this, but supposed to have. Um, where's my table? Oh, here's the potluck. Okay, here there. I was looking for that. So I want to pay attention to potluck events or even potluck meals, but okay, potluck events. And you could even just look at just like that. And the idea is, what are those? Do you see those? Oh, what happened? You're not. Yeah. How do I make you bigger? Text display, bigger, bigger. Zoom in. Huh? No. What do those look like? This is the part. Especially this, and this. Yeah, those are columns. Yes, thank you. Awesome. Those are the columns. So what it's telling you is the event name is a string. The date is a string. Okay. And the ID is a number. And then we have this thing here, which we won't really talk about, but um, does anybody remember the double slash, what the double slash means? Remember that in Booleans? Who remembers the double slash in Boolean? The double vertical lines in Booleans. In remember Booleans and stuff? Yes, yes, it means or. So in this case, when we're using types, it also sort of means or too. So date could be string or null. So you see how you read it? That's why it's called TypeScript. It's telling you the type it can be. And any idea why ID doesn't do this? Any idea why that does not happen? Why is this not there? Any clue? It can hmm? It can't be something else. It can't it can't be null. So it can't not be there. Does that make sense? The ID? How can you have a row without an ID? Let's go look. Where's my tables? Go to was I on meals or events? Events. Okay, so events. And I go in here and I like look at mm, can I do like the edit the table? Edit table. Okay, right. So the option of null is here. I can let me see. I can I can take away the is nullable, so it has to have, you see that? It can't be null. See that? So it'll be an error if it's not null. You can do that. That makes sense. So like if there's something in there, uh that yeah, that'll work. Yeah. So if I do that because I have them all in there, it should be fine. Let me let me set that. Okay, and they're all there. These are all okay. But if I try to insert one, let's try to insert a row like birthday. Uh, Happy New Year, New York City. Oh, make one null. So make one null. Let me see. Oh, it did it. Why? You're supposed to be upset. Okay. I thought there would be an error in here. It just says empty. Maybe it's just an empty string. Could be that. But if I go back and I re-download re-download those types, I'll put that into VB Edit again. The oh, VB Edit's funny. And I go back to those events and look, anything different now? No, no, no or. So it's saying it cannot be empty. So um it's gonna allow, so these are mostly for like linting. So this will be a linting error and your VS Code will be a little squiggly thing if it's missing or if it's something's wrong like that. It has to have those. So it's going to be able to check for you. Let me no, save. And let me put them back because I'm okay with them being no. And then I'm going to have you vote on, I'm going to talk about classes, building our world, or you want to talk about level 12 here, users and foreign keys. So please vote now. And I'll put back my nullables. I'm going to put the nulls back, so I'm going to allow nulls. Null is okay. Users. Okay, users.
Are
Oh,
we
oh,
going to
this
be,
isn't supposed to be null. Shoot.
I'm sorry, are we going to be doing the classes before the break? Or whichever one we don't do, are we going to be doing before the break?
Yeah, we'll do it later in the week.
All right, and I'm
I'm going
game
to
with
try to
it.
pack them in. Okay, so users is really interesting to y'all. And we kind of petered out here with these SQL stuff, right? We're like, okay, SQL, we gotta have at least a day's break. Um, but like, give me a thumbs up if everybody got through, like at least 7. Where are they? Remember these 7? Magnificent 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we got those joins. And 8 was tricky. 8 was a bunch of Boolean logic. That's the Boolean stuff, but do the hint. And we'll definitely talk about these maybe Friday or something. Um, so just, try them out. Think it over. They're just sort of like little puzzles. All right. Um, all right. So that would be enough to move on to 12. Let me ask you before we go on to users, did you get these two potluck meals connected? And maybe if so, does anybody want to screen share their events and their potluck and show it off a little bit here? This is the screenshot that I want you to have for your assignment for that one. See that cool little connector arrow? Maybe you could give me a thumbs up if you did get this to connect. Go back and do it because that one. Why don't I show you how to do users and then we'll review. Oh, you have other tables that are connected. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you want to show yours, Clay? We can show yours, and Dylan, if you want to, try to follow along, and like if you mess it up, you can always start over or something, you know. All right. So, Clay, you want to show yours off, and then
Uh,
um, I'll show you
uh,
how to put a user in here too. It's the same process. We might have to review that later too. So we are, oh, there you are. So let me close mine and let you go. All right. On Supabase here. And Ty in the chat, tell me which ones you have put together. There's a bunch of them. Look at that. Beverages.
when I had them on this side, like you were saying before, look at the marching ants.
Oh man.
That's crazy. But, okay.
Okay, so the guest. I see. Yeah, so let's look at the potluck. Let's see, potluck events. Let's look at potluck. Uh, let's look. Yeah, put potluck guests. Why don't you put potluck guests on the left side, and we'll just look at potluck events. And there. Can you see the marching ants there? Here's the pop quiz. Um, how many things? Let's see. How many things would um? Let's see. How many things belong to an event? We can put it that way. This belong to idea is a really good way to think about it. Yeah, you kind of wish you could just hide that one, don't you?
I'm trying to figure out a way if there's a way, because I don't think there's a way to do it.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I'm just trying to let people sort of see. Look at the marching ants for the potluck events and where does it go? And be careful, there's one crisscrossing there.
I can I can go and take the relation off, and that'll stop it. Want to try that real quick?
Hmm. I think maybe it's okay if you just look carefully. Oh, thank you there. Oh, you have the user on there, Ty. That's wonderful. Okay, so you already have it. Okay, so here's the pop quiz question. How many tables, or how many, I guess you'd say, you'd call them objects, and how many belong to the event? You can kind of see. Well, on clays, watch out for clays. There's more. Look at maybe Clay, if you could move your mouse to where the three switch together. There, yeah. I said it too. And Ty, you got it. Three right there. You see that? So that's the way it's sort of designed. Now you see, right? You see that's event ID, and event ID, and that's how you do it. Now, give a thumbs up if it makes sense that these three things will belong to an event. Like it knows who it belongs to, right? So a meal belongs to an event. I only had meal, but a utensils would belong to an event, and a beverages belong to an event. Here's a pop quiz. Would it make any sense for like a beverage to belong to a utensil? Would that make sense at all? No, so we don't have like potluck beverages doesn't have like a utensil ID, right? Maybe you could think of it like you could put beverages and utensils inside meals somehow, but that's not how we designed it. Yeah. Okay, now let's go to guests. So put maybe Clay, if you could put the events on the other side and just switch them around. How many things belong to a guest? Oh, I think actually they I think how are we gonna do this? There's maybe you should put the events on the other side. I don't know. Yeah, how are we gonna do this? We gotta I let's see. Look, yes.
Trying to hide some of them. Not working too well. No.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I guess so you see that guest ID, guest ID, guest ID.
Unless you scroll out, like well, zoom out and
Yeah.
because what I did with mine, I did like how you do with Excalibur, kind of have a little area for each little theme and kind of zoom into it when I want to work on a part of it.
Oh, that looks pretty good because now it's all straight out, right? That looks a lot better, okay. Oh, that looks really good. That's pretty clear. Give us a thumbs up if that's pretty clear now.
Clearer.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah, now you can really see it. So the guest will have some meals they're going to bring, and they could bring as many meals as they want to, and they could bring as many utensils or as many beverages because a guest might bring two meals or two beverages or to different events. Okay. Now remember, this is a little more than what you need to do. So you just need to have a two, but you'd screenshot this. Yeah.
One thing
So
that I didn't think of with this is I don't have the guest tied to the event.
mm,
I do have user ID, but this
that
was for
would be
right. This was the user ID who enters it.
that's like the owner, right? And we're gonna put that one in. So that user ID is gonna be the owner.
Maybe this should be
And here's how yeah, but this is the confusing one because guests are a little bit different. And so guests are a many-to-many relationship because a guest could go to more than one event, couldn't they? And an event will have more than one um, guest. So it's a many-to-many. So that's a different kind of relationship. Uh, it's a little bit more complex than the has many and belongs to. So has many and belongs to. The meal just belongs to one guest. Like two guests or 10 guests can't have the same meal, even if they call it the same thing. I mean, they might call it the same thing, but it's still going to be a separate, different. Um, like if I bring hot dogs and Dylan brings hot dogs, they're two meals. They don't belong to both of us. So they just belong to one person. So you see that goes to the guest ID. Who is it? Who it belongs to? And then that was there is a way, and I think Clay mentioned it a while ago, but I won't talk about that now. That's just a different kind of relationship. Um,
What?
the many to many.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so events, many so a guest can go to many events and a event can have many guests. So you see the difference? Um, a meal, a guest can bring many meals, but each meal belongs only to one guest. So it's a has many and belongs to relationship. And that's the only kind of relationship that we're gonna talk about right now. But all right. Okay.
Okay,
So
that's it.
let's uh let's close it out and then you may actually know how to do the users thing, but I'll show you about the user thing um just for everybody to see. So thumbs up if you'd like to look at that. Thanks you for sharing, Kai. Mm. All right. So I don't have any users in here. This is a fresh project I made. And so let's see if I can put in some users. Where were the users? Authentication, right? There it is. So um, let's just make a user just so we have them. And there's ways to do it in let users sign up, but I can just create users myself. Mm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now make a user. Change your password. Yes. Okay. Add user. So thumbs up if you've done this before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change your password now. I think some people have made these users for their level 2 one, or at least started it. Okay. So now I have some users. All right. So how do I make an event belong to a user? Let me go back to my databases. And here's just a simple thing here. So you see the potluck meal belongs to an event because it knows it's like, I don't know, like its parent sort of. It points over and says, okay, I belong to the event over here. I have an event ID. That's my event. If you want to change to another event, you just have to change that event ID. But at any one time, it can only belong to one. Thumbs up that that makes sense. That's this pattern here. You put the ID of the event. So if I wanted to make an event belong to a user, what do you think I would need to have in here? Just type it in the chat. Yes, the user ID. So where is the user ID? Well, I don't make a user table. I could make a user table, but it would be like there's a lot of edge cases that are going to get messed up if you manage your own users. It's a very complex thing to yeah, make a whole user system. And it's so common. And one of the reasons why people use Supabase is because they take care of the users for you. So there is actually a users table, but I don't control that users table. That is managed by um, Supabase, and it's over here. Like I mostly manage the public ones. These are the ones that I've been creating. But there's other kind of areas of Supabase. And over here in the auth, what we're looking at is the users right there. And let's see. There they are. There's my two users, and there's their ID. It's a UUID. You see that? And they have a password. You see that? It's encrypted just in case anybody breaks into the like you ever heard of a data leak? Like they get a dump of all these. Even if I get a data leak of the whole data table or the whole database, um, their password is still private. So it's because people reuse passwords, and so um, you can't you can't easily get their original password from that. So it has the encrypted password there. Oh, okay. So anyway, it's a table, right? The point is it's a table. It's got a bunch of junk in here that they're going to deal with, but I don't have to, like, I don't use any of these things. SSO is like single sign-on for institutions, and they have all sorts of different, um, these things are going to be used. These things are going to be used by Supabase to manage things, like to know if it's logged in or not, or to know if it's confirmed, right? This one is supposed to be confirmed, and this one, I guess I didn't click confirm. So anyway, this is just a table, just like your table. There's nothing really different about it. It's just like it's created and managed by the service, which is why people pay Supabase money. We don't. We're using it for free. But if you ever get enough users, you'd have to pay money. And one of the reasons why you would do that is because they take care of this table for you. And there's cool stuff like you can log in with a phone and stuff. They have all kind of services. Um, and they need access to that table to do that. But okay, you said I will need that user ID. So real quick, let's remember what we did over here. So I'm gonna edit potluck meals over here, edit table potluck meals. What do I have here? That, I don't know, this is not really a pop quiz, but what do I have here? Yes, the foreign key. So the foreign key is a key in another table. So look at the foreign key. I'm going to go back to the database. It says event ID. I just call it event ID, but I also make sure that Supabase knows that that's a foreign key that goes over to you. And it's actually Postgres. So I keep saying Supabase. It's Postgres is the underlying database that's actually doing it. Like some famous databases you may have heard of, like MySQL, Postgres, Oracle. Those are different databases, and Supabase uses Postgres. So Postgres knows that this guy is referencing that. So you can see that's the primary key, and well, it just has a the indication that this is a foreign key is there's like it points over there. So it's also called like a pointer, sort of it points to somewhere. This is what I belong to. And you said, I need a pointer, I need a foreign key that's going to go to the user database, right? Okay. So any questions about that? Or give me a thumbs up if we're following so far. I'm just going to go and make the foreign key. It's just like what we did here. All right, tables, public events. Well, I guess I gotta go to table editor, public events. And I could just add a column. Let me just edit the table. So I'm going to edit the table, and here's my foreign key. And remember, it's not in public, right? This is where you got to hunt for it. It's in authorization, and it would be users. All right. So public events. Um, Wait a minute. Where did I miss a step? I'm supposed to, okay, users is going to be the ID. And then, oh, add another column. Okay. I was worried about that. So I need to add another column. That's what I was missing. I was like, where is the add another column button? Yeah, it's right here. So you want to add a fresh column? No, that's not what I want. Do I have to add something? Huh. Maybe I do have to add. So I have to add column. I guess I'm going to add column. So this will be user ID or user ID. And then um, remember it's a UUID, although I think that's gonna, no, I don't want you to be anything. And once I have that, it should populate it. So I'm gonna go auth, I'm gonna go to users all the way at the bottom. User ID goes to ID. So there we go. And this is if you delete one, then the others will delete. Like if you delete a user, it'll delete the events, which can be useful. I won't deal with that right now. Is that going to do it? And I think that should do it. Let's see if it works. Yeah, the thing I just got a little bit tripped up is I had to add a column before I added a key. So come on, hopefully it works. Yay, it did work. And nobody has they don't belong to any users yet. So see if I can. There we go. Okay. Ah, okay. So let me make this one belong to Boris. I don't remember. I guess the second one is. So you can add these to your users. Where's his name? Oh, email. Okay. That would be Boris. I guess they both belong to Boris. And this will be Bob. And so you can set them. And of course, you're going to be able to set these. Um, you're going to be able to set these um, when you create them in your app. All right, so let's go over here and check out my database. Oh, look at this. I have this little ant going this way, but now I have got this ant going all the way down here. Look at that. And I think that Supabase just decided, okay, auth.users does not belong to you, so you don't get to see what's inside. They kind of just said, that's a good security thing. You don't want everybody to see. I don't know. Oops. Okay. Yeah, don't worry if you mess it up. You can you can always try again. And you can always just nuke your entire project and start again, like I did. I just start a fresh project here to make it easy to see everything. Okay, but what if also, instead of just potluck events belonging to a user, what if I wanted my potluck meals to belong to a user too? What do you think? What would I need to do to potluck meals to make it belong to a user? And let me get my chat back. Yeah, add a column and foreign key. So let's go back here, back to my table editor, and this is the sort of thing. Do add a meal. So it just has the guest name, but maybe I want to take out the guest name. So I might want to delete my column here. Let's pretend I delete my column. I want to keep your names in for just in case, but let's add a column. I'll do this a different way here. Just add a column and this is the way I did it before. That's why I was a little confused. So this is going to be user ID. This is going to be user ID and the user who the meal belongs to. All right. And then uh um I think I can skip that. I can skip the type because it's gonna automatically know which type I need. It's supposed to be the same. There's users. And user ID goes to ID. Okay. And it says uh the only thing this could ever be is a UUID. So I'm just gonna fix it for you. That's what Supabase is telling us. Because its column type will be updated. So thank you, Supabase. And I'm going to allow it to be null. I can probably suggest it. We'll leave that. We'll leave that blank here. Well, actually, probably we might want to use something like that. Save it blank for now. And allow nullable. I'll leave it null. I'll allow it nullable for now. But if you wanted it to be only, if you wanted everything to be for sure belonging to a particular user, you could make it so that it's not nullable, so it can't be null. It has to be uh, a belonging to a user. So this is where you choose that. So save it. And here we go. So let's go and chat. Well, yeah, so I can actually, so none of you have, I'll add one from Boris. So let's see, ID, so the guest is Boris, and then the meal name is Borscht, I guess. If that's how you spell Borscht, and serves some 7. And the event ID, let's choose an event, select record, and this will be the wedding. And the user ID, let's choose, I think that's Boris. And now Boris is going to bring the borscht. Okay, so that's great. And now I can say, oh yeah, let's go back into the database. And we can see now, ooh, look at that. Oh, that's funny. in this case, for some reason it adds a whole new, it doesn't kind of put them on top of each other. That is a little bit nicer to see, but okay. But these are the same. These two are going to be the same. Okie dokie. And so everything could belong to a user if you want it. Just put a user ID on it. And this one's kind of cool. If you look at it, this one belongs to an event and a user, right? So you can do that. It makes sense, right? A a meal belongs to an event and a user. So that's actually correct. But the event will belong to a different user. So there you go. That makes sense. So it all should make sense once you understand these joins. So let's do a table join and let's grab Boris's stuff. So uh, so select meal. Is it called meal name? Oh, meal name. Ah, thank you. Meal name from mm, potluck meals. Okay. Uh, join. What was it called? Auth dot users on user ID equals ooh, auth dot user dot ID. Hopefully it's going to work. And where is it email? Email like so you can put these email like Boris. Let's see if this works. So you can get that. No, it didn't work. From I messed something up. So I'd have to debug it, but let's see what's going on. It's time for our break. Maybe I can debug this over our break. You know, SQL is not the kind of thing where you just write it and it works. Oh, let's see. Failed to run SQL. Is it double quote? I always do the double quotes, don't I? I always do the double, and it gives me a double. Okay. Did it work? No, it still doesn't work. It's saying it doesn't like meal name from clause. Like, it doesn't like meal name. Like potluck meals, a meal name. Huh. What is
Now,
it?
you're only pulling,
Star?
oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I have something. I have something messed up here. Well, let's figure it out after break. So let's take a break and we'll figure it out. Uh, we may, um, I may just let you work on whichever thing you want to work on. And maybe if you want to meet me, maybe Dylan, if you want to meet me, and then we could come back on the third hour. We'll see how we're feeling if you have any more questions. So, um, let's let's pause. And if I do start discussing stuff again, please remind me to hit record again. And I'm going to pause it. Okay. Yeah, there were a few mistakes I made. One was the double quotes and single. The other was actually it was an S on users. That I didn't have an S. It told me even table user. I just didn't listen to it. wonder if I put it on multiple lines. That could be a little trick. Now it says line 3. So there's a little trick. If you put it on multiple lines. Mm, something like that, I don't know. And put in my S, it's users, not user. And it gets it. Okay. And you could do events as well. Who who belongs to the event? And I think it's called event name. Put that in, and it would do the same thing. Those belong to Boris, and then to Bob's. That one belongs to Bob. Okay. It was just an S. Oh, here, this S. I forgot the S here. So, um, does anyone have questions about classes? Let's see. Classes before, or did anybody have questions about the Supabase? I think it seems like you all are okay with the Supabase thing. And then here's the classes part. And I mentioned class constructor this. I think one more word. Export? Class constructor this. There were 4 words that I wanted you to remember. New. Oh, there it is. Class constructor. Thank you. Class constructor this and new. Those are the ones that you're going to want to remember. Um, and then in the future, you can learn about like static. It's a way to tack something on to the class itself. And then if you have something called polymorphism, you could use you could have a parent class and children classes if you wanted to do that. And Java, if you're in a language like Java, they use that all the time. But in JavaScript, not quite so much. We tend to just make a class. Um, a lot of times we do extend. React used to use this pattern actually. When you made a component, you used to extend a component. Um, but they switched to hooks and functions. So React no longer uses that. So that's why we didn't have to learn it before we learned React. Um, sometimes databases use this extends pattern. So they will give you like a model to extend with your own data. But we don't have to worry about that right now. We're going to just focus on our class constructor, this and new. Um, did anybody want to see more of this? Yeah, Dylan, we're just gonna see if you have any questions about the classes. Or what we could do is we could just go and I could let you work on some things and then maybe we'll come back at the last hour or last half hour and see what questions you may have. You could build your fantasy world here.
I was working on the first puzzle on number two, and I wait, was it the puzzle? No, no,
Yeah,
number three.
the three. Yeah, Clay mentioned this puzzle was kind of hard, and what I realized was there were three. There were a whole bunch of these brackets, and they all looked the same, but you had to put them in the right order. You know what I mean? So now,
Oh,
yeah, so I removed that one and it was too long anyway. So
okay. You changed it. Okay, I see now.
no, these are all the same, but Clay mentioned that it was kind of it was not super.
Yeah, it's not the same because the one I was looking at, we were doing the thing with the wand, and
Yeah.
that's not on here
Yeah,
now.
I deleted that one because
Okay.
it was too it was almost impossible because there were too many of these
Oh, okay.
and you
That's
didn't
what I
know
was
which is
wondering.
which.
Yeah.
Yeah, it because my app doesn't know the difference. So, and I think it was too long anyway.
Wouldn't take my correct answer.
But was it because these are all the same? I don't know.
I had them in alphabetical order.
Yeah, but they're randomized, so it
Oh,
ends up even though they look the same that they have to be
So
like in the exact right order.
the
Because
idea of it on the
yeah,
computer's mind is it wants a specific one.
yeah, it was a specific order, so I should have gone through it first. So but now what I have is I have it all. They're all different, so it won't ever come up with that. And there was also another issue, like you didn't know if you're going to console log or do the plus plus or was it minus minus? I don't remember. Um, okay, so yeah, and now here, Clay, because of your suggestion, you can make it bigger.
nice.
So thanks for your suggestion there. It's kind of squished, and you can. Oh, it doesn't work on this one, is it? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, you can. So thanks, Clay, to Clay's suggestions here. You can squeeze this off to the side if you want more space. And yeah, so I take it you all are kind of like on 3 or 4 or something. Yeah, yeah, 3. So now you should be able to do 3, and this will be a lot more kind of focused on learning. I don't think there's I do not think there's a distractor on this one. I kind of don't like those distractors. Just a waste of time, kind of unnecessary. So got rid of the distractors, but you can kind of move them around. And here's a hint. This is not at the end. There's something else at the end. G and I are not at the end. You got it. Okay, good. So you have to make the slime class, and then you use the new keyword. That's the thing. Go ahead, Clay.
Did you change anything else besides that? Any of the content?
No, no, not the kind. No,
All right,
just
good.
that one. Yeah. So if you find any other sort of buggy things, please let me know, and I'll get to them. So I want to pause the recording. Okay, and we'll see you after our work session.